St. Augustine's is definitely a place that students can come and, be encouraged and help with whatever they need throughout their entire college experience.
The genuineness of the friendships that I made here, it was just totally different than other relationships I had with people on campus.
The greatest thing that Platteville has going for it is the students. The students in this area have an authenticity to them that I think is unique, and working with them has been a real privilege. The focus of our ministry is really a prayer life, and that's all you have to do to speak to vocations. It is God who calls people, it is God who talks to people's hearts. And if they're praying every day, on a daily basis, consistently, you don't have to mention anything about vocation to them. They come to me. They come to our staff members and they say, what does it mean to be a priest? What does it mean to be a missionary? What does it mean to answer God's call? That's why we have the 10 vocations to the seminary that we have. That's why we have the 5 students that are becoming focused missionaries. That's why we have students who go out into the work world realizing that the community that they have here, they have to build other places. You can ask yourself, well, how could we respond to that great working of the Holy Spirit? What could we do to make His work more easy and more viable? And I think a new building would cater to that. We have some serious problems here with our building. We do not have the space for 7 full-time staff members. The building wasn't designed for that. Instead of working here, they're down the street, and that's not efficient. Currently, we have people seriously using offices that are storage rooms. So you have the person studying, and then you have toilet paper and cleaning material in our freezer. That's not a space that's helpful for the work or helpful for the ministry.
It doesn't have the space that the kids need for a lot of them to be here. It's crowded and it's not quiet enough.
You start opening doors up. You go down to Father John's office, or you go in the dining room, people are hanging out there. There's people everywhere in the building, almost all the time throughout the day. When I first started coming here, our weekly Newman dinner on Wednesdays was anywhere from 15 to 20 people. Now, 3 years later, it's at an average about 45 to 60 people. And if this number keeps growing, we're just not gonna have the capacity to support the parish for this church.
I know that during masses, oftentimes we'll be full to capacity. It'll be basically standing room only. It'll be really beneficial to have more space and ability to do a little bit more with the campus.
One of the most powerful things is community. Students just being real with students helping each other to grow, and just inviting each other to pray. That happens all the time. If we have a facility where you have students in a large area where they could be comfortable near the chapel, that would be incredible. If we have an area where students can live and have their living quarters literally feet from the Blessed Sacrament, that is powerful.
I feel that having the apartments in this project that are connected to the church would be so beneficial for the students because they can live with the people that they worship with. They can live with the people who want to live the way Jesus wants them to live.
Just all the different events we put on, it would definitely draw a lot more people over if they're just right in the backyard of the church.
I think one of the benefits of having a place where students can live and study, I think is a strong point in regard to helping them and to develop that faith-filled community. That residential housing, I think, is going to be an asset. And the other thing, part of our faith is always that aspect of charity. But when you have charity, you want to make sure you're giving to something that's going to be worthwhile. And I guarantee that my association here, this is going to be something that's going to be extremely worthwhile.
I remember one time I was on campus and it was about noon, so there's a swarm of students just coming by me. I was like, I know a fraction of these students. How do we get them to the center? And I think we have a new center that's remarkable, a new center that's beautiful, a new center that has space for them, a new center that has an incredible worship space, a new center that has living space for them. Then we'll be able to attract students. But if all those thousands of students, every time they walk out of the student center, they saw the new St. Augustine with incredible bell tower, beautiful, beautiful design to it, they'll be reminded every day that Christ is waiting for you there, that the cross of Christ should be a part of your life, and that is accessible to you because it is so close and it's so easy to just go in and experience. And I think if we have that, that'll be powerful for the work of the Holy Spirit on the campus of Platteville.